Well, hello everybody, and welcome to another Spooktober episode of We Watch Shudder. My name's JD. Who's here with me?
It's Michelle.
It's Michelle. We're going super fast. It's Go Speed Racer, Go Speed Racer. Oh, whoa, what the hell is happening?
I saw Speed Racer at the IMAX in 2008, and it was a great time.
I have never seen the live-action Speed Racer movie. I have, however, seen just about all of the OG Speed Racer cartoon, or at least just about all of it that they showed on MTV back in the day.
It's great. Highly recommend.
Yeah, so enough of the Speed Racer talk. Look, Michelle, as they're listening to this, we're 3 weeks into Spooktober. If they don't know what's happening by this point, there's no need to belabor the point, is there?
Well, I don't quite know what's happening, but that's my norm. So, yeah, I think we're fine if they
guys,
also don't know what's happening.
We're dropping a new episode every day in October because we love October. Kind of a podcast parallel to watching a movie every day in October, which, by the way, yes, we're both still doing on top of dropping these episodes every day. Spoiler alert, we're not recording a new one every day. These are pre-records, guys. You're welcome.
I'm recording a new one every day. But it's
now
just
this is week number 3, and this week's theme. What is this week's theme, Michelle?
Fan films.
Fan films.
Fan films.
So this is all every day this week. We're going to be talking about a fan film from a popular horror franchise. In fact, I believe the most of them are slasher franchises, but there's a couple, at least one other in there, depending on how you define slashers. We can get into that argument another time. But we're kicking off the week with the shortest selection of the week. This one clocking in. What?
We're not kicking off the week. We are 3 episodes into the week.
Are we?
Because the schedule went up. So this one will be the 3rd one in the week.
Maybe you should be in charge of these recordings from now on, Michelle, since you know when these episodes are actually airing.
You know what? I barely know a lot of things. 3 weeks ago, I did tell you that
Wednesday.
I don't know where Japan
no,
is.
It's Tuesday? Are you telling me it's Tuesday as they listen to this, Michelle?
Potentially. I mean, it could even be like weeks from the initial Tuesday. I don't know.
Oh, God.
Well, we're 3 days into the 3rd week.
Yeah, that would be a Tuesday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Sweet.
Oh, God.
So,
Michelle,
No More Souls. One Last Slice of Sensation. 2004 Hellraiser fan film.
Hellraiser fan film. Michelle, let's talk just briefly for Fan Film Week. Side note, guys, by the way, this is your only spoiler warning. If this is the first one you're checking in on, we're not bothering with the spoiler-free section here. We're going to talk about the movie, and then we'll give it... Do we want to give it the rating first, or do we want to give it the rating at the end?
You know, we've done it both ways. Let's just do what our heart tells
Let's do the rating
at
the end then. So, Michelle...
Yeah.
Before we dig into this is something that I think it'll be fun to do Look, guys, here's what's happening. Is we're recording this one first, but then it's coming out third. We don't know what's happening. What is your experience with the Hellraiser franchise? Which movies do you like? Which movies do you don't like? Which ones have you seen? Which one have you not seen?
I love Hellraiser. The cover on the VHS tape, I went to get rented movies all the time. Love movies. The cover of Hellraiser scared me so much that I didn't watch it for a long time. People who listen to this show know that I've been watching horror movies since my entire life. I don't have like a this is when I got into horror thing. It's a thing I grew up with. But Hellraiser was like my what is going on with that face moment. It freaked me out a lot. I really like it. I really like the new one that came out on Hulu. I have been digging into the books a little bit more. The books are really good. I really, really love Hellraiser. I love the concept, all about it. All about the Hellraiser. Give it to me. Give me Pinhead. But don't actually give me Pinhead. I don't think I want to actually meet Pinhead, but I do like Pinhead.
So you've seen every Hellraiser movie there is, even the one that didn't have Doug Bradley in it?
Well, the thing is, I think last year when we were talking about the best of 2022, I had told you that I included Hellraiser 2022 on my list. And then I told you that I thought I had seen all the Hellraisers, but then you told me there were like 4 more movies for a total of 11 or something along those lines. I've seen a lot of the Hellraiser movies. I have not seen all of them. And let's be honest, I love Hellraiser. There is a lot of very not good stuff in the Hellraiser series. And so, no, I have not seen all of them. I have no intention of seeing all of them. I do not want to see a movie that has a 1.2 rating on IMDb. I hate myself, but not that much.
A franchise that famously has more than one title in its library that everybody knows were movies that were just made so the producers could maintain the ownership rights to the property. But it is what it is, you know. My experience with Hellraiser is not as strong as Michelle's. The only Hellraiser films that I've actually seen is Hellraiser 1 and Hellraiser 2. I got them in a 2 VHS pack at the local video store in the late 90s when I was first really getting into horror movies. And then I've also seen the new one from 2022. And I don't have anything against the Hellraiser movies. It's just the first 2 were enough for me to say, I'm not really going to get a lot out of this, and there's no reason to pursue it any further. Just not really my... I do like, from a visual standpoint, I think the Cenobites are cool. I think the concept of them is cool. I feel like I would enjoy Hellraiser a little bit more if it was more like a little bit like an Alien, where there's more interaction with the Cenobites, and it's like a whole thing. But no, I haven't seen any of the others. I've not been the biggest fan of Hellraiser, but I gotta tell you, Michelle, for a 6-minute movie, I love this. It's very simple. It's a 6-minute movie, guys. They're not going to be able to do a lot here. And it's basically a character monologue. You've got the guy who's playing Pinhead, and he's sitting in his throne or whatever, and he basically is giving this monologue about how I think the gist is nuclear war killed everybody on the planet more or less, and so there was nobody left for the Cenobites to torture. And so everything has gotten all morose, and he's just like, whatever. And then he opens the box himself, the Lament configuration, the Lamarchon box, and the other Cenobites come and they fucking kill and eat him, and that's the whole thing. What I love about... You did a
plot summary for once. Good job.
What? Yeah, I know, right? I didn't even do that intentionally. I just realized I was talking about it, and I should probably continue about halfway through, and so I just finished it.
Good job.
That was pretty great.
I would clap if the audio wouldn't sound like garbage for our listeners.
Yeah, and so we're already 2 minutes longer on this episode than this movie goes. So, again, keep in mind, if you haven't gone to watch this yet, this isn't real significant narrative, right? From a plot perspective, this is a one-note thing, right? It's a set piece. It's a monologue, and then the guy giving the monologue gets killed, and that's it. What this does, first of all, the production value on this is fantastic. I thought it was absolutely on a par with the best Hellraiser, big movie effects and makeup and things that I've seen. It's hard to say that with 100% confidence because this is an older movie and it's not in super high resolution. But no, I thought this was really well done, really well designed, really well executed. It gets in and gets out, and I really enjoyed it.
If I had seen this back when it originally came out in like 2006, somewhere around there, I don't have it pulled up in front of me, I probably would have lost my mind. Watching it for the first time now, not as impressive because, of course, it is lower quality. But what I can say is that the director of No More Souls, Gary J. Tunnicliffe, I think. I practiced, so. And I'm still not sure it's correct. Did go on to make Hellraiser Judgment in 2018, which doesn't have a great rating. It's a 4.3 on IMDb. I think that's fair. But the makeup effects in that movie are phenomenal, and it's worth watching just for that. And seeing that he really got that opportunity based on this YouTube short is not surprising, because obviously makeup effects are really great in that too. He's just very, very good at makeup. I was going through his list, and he hasn't directed very much, but he has worked on some gigantic movies. Probably one of the biggest ones would be Gone Girl, which obviously is not a horror one, but a lot of people know that. Or The Collector from 2009.
Okay.
Doing makeup for that would have been insane.
So
Baby Blue just
he's
came out
mostly
this
been
year.
a makeup artist.
Exactly. Yeah. So
okay.
his
See, I didn't even
stuff.
know
Yep.
that about this. That makes so much sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So
No.
seeing this, I'm like, oh, yeah, I see why you got the opportunity. He really nailed Pinhead in all of his pinheadiest, but like an emo Pinhead, which I appreciate.
That's an extra level of awesome to this short, is just knowing that, like, this little 6-minute fan film that this guy put together and put out there just as a as a bit of a tribute and a bit of a brag, hey, look what I can do. And the dude got to direct a feature film in the Hellraiser library. That's obviously that's like a 1 in a million sort of shot, but it's a cool inspirational story, right? And the guy clearly, again, what I can say for sure, even though I'm not the biggest Hellraiser fan, is, at least from my perspective, the guy very clearly demonstrated here that he understands exactly what Hellraiser is all about, and it was really effective.
Yeah, he did a really good job of putting pins in the head, and that's what Hellraiser is all about. You put a pin in a head, you got Hellraiser.
Out of his head, I thought that was so fucking cool. I don't know why it's so simple.
Is he even Pinhead anymore? If they pull the pins out, is he not just head?
Well, he's Deadhead now. See what I did there?
Yeah. I think that you should go and give Hellraiser Judgment, if I'm remembering.
I may go give it a look, just out of curiosity. I think it'll also be fun to do that with having, because Judgment, I think, is like number 8 or 9 in the series.
Yeah, but who cares?
Right. Well, what I'm saying is I'll have this giant gap between number 2 and whichever one that is, and so I'll have the joy of having no context for anything that's come in between there. I may do that. Let's see. Let's
if you've it's probably on Plex or something. They're all on one of the free services. For a while, they were on HBO. Then they moved to Plex. They just hop around. But it's Judgment is not anything like the first 2 or the newest one. It is its own flavor, and I think you're just really gonna appreciate the makeup effects a lot. It is so cool, and I do not remember a single thing about the story.
Apparently Heather Langenkamp is in that movie.
I believe you.
I just looked it up here. Oh, this is one of the ones where Pinhead is not Doug Bradley.
Mm-hmm. He was like, I'm done. I'm out of here. This is enough.
I mean, can you really blame him? Maybe, Michelle, maybe this is because I don't even have my whole Spooktober personal watch list plotted out yet at the time we're recording this, September 30th. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just bite the bullet, see if I can find them all, and finally watch all of the Hellraiser movies.
Oh my God.
It does seem like, frankly, at this point, even though I'm not the biggest fan, and what also, maybe I'll do this too and just really torture myself and watch all of the Saw films. But
yes.
Even though I'm not a huge fan of either of those franchises, I do feel like if I want to consider myself any kind of respectable horror opinioner, I don't never want to use the word critic, but I feel like those are blind spots that maybe I need to clear out. But
okay, so we'll see what we two comments. Potentially 3. It is the 10th Hellraiser. It is absolutely worth seeing for the special effects alone. And also, please, for the love of God, watch all of the Saw movies. It's on my list for Spooktober. I just rewatched Jigsaw I'm not doing it in order because fuck it, I've seen them all so many times. But as of like tomorrow, I think maybe today, Saw X comes out. I am so excited. Just like I keep seeing a thing with eyeballs, and I have not watched a single trailer. I'm not going to, but I keep seeing a picture with the guy with eyeballs and tubes, and I don't know what's going on. I'm really excited to see what's in store. I do not give a fuck at all about the story. This guy's been dead 10 years. How is he still making traps? But like, oh man, show me that eyeball thing. Show me the eyeballs.
I have seen the photo or the promotional image with the eyeball thing. I also very unfortunately stumbled across a link to some kind of article that had a little bit of a spoiler kind of explaining what that thing is more than I wanted to know. I will definitely not tell you.
Thank you.
But it does.
I want to know, but like,
I can tell you this much. It was definitely significantly worse than even I had imagined it might be. Holy shit.
Oh, I love hearing that. Yes.
Yeah. Here's actually something that I just found out here as I was doing a little research while we're chit-chatting. Gary J. Tunnicliffe did direct this one, but apparently he wrote both this one and the previous film, Hellraiser Revelations, all the way back in 2011. So he actually got a chance to work on these films twice.
Yeah, I knew for sure he had done Judgment, and I saw a lot of like peppered in Hellraiser things on his IMDb, but frankly, this dude has done a lot of stuff, and I didn't feel like reading that much.
So there are 10
so
Hellraiser.
Much work.
There are 10. Look, I don't need to talk about my Spooktober plans anymore. We have now almost tripled the length of this short for this episode. Do we have anything else we need to say? I don't even remember what the name of this movie was, but god damn, it was awesome. What's it called, Michelle?
No More Souls. The Cenobites are hungry, and
Souls.
Pinhead's a meal, and he's gonna feed them. That's the whole name.
Yeah.
It's a really long name. I don't remember. It's No More Souls, though.
Side note, by the way, #Justice for Butterball. I'll never forgive David Bruckner for not having a Butterball Cenobite in the remake 2020 Hellraiser. Was that a spoiler for you? I don't care! Justice for Butterball!
For a Butterball turkey.
Justice for Butterball. Say goodnight, Michelle.
Good night, Butterball.
Seriously, Justice for Butterball. So Michelle pointed out something to me just now, you guys. We literally just a moment ago finished recording this episode, and she's like, oh shit, we didn't give it a skull rating. So we're just going to...
God damn it, Butterball.
I got caught up in Justice for Butterball. We didn't do... we somehow made an 18-minute episode about a 6-minute movie, and we didn't even remember to give it some skull ratings. Here they are. Michelle, what's your skull rating for No More Souls?
Let's go 4.
4 skulls. That's exactly where I was going to come down. There, it's official. 4 from Michelle, 4 from JD. That's an average of 4.
0 from Butterball. Okay, now we're out for real.
We Watch Shudder is a production of Rat Factory Media, your home for all of today's Rat Factoryist podcasts. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests of We Watch Shudder are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of Rat Factory Media. But wait, aren't Rat Factory Media and We Watch Shudder the same people? Shut your cake hole, Charlie. Nobody asked you. We Watch Shudder is available free on all major podcast platforms, and the easiest way to support We Watch Shudder is also free. Just leave a rating and review on your platform of choice. Merge your consciousness with ours on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. We're at We Watch Shudder on all those social media platforms. Or find us the old-fashioned way, on the web at WeWatchShudder.com or by email at mail@WeWatchShudder.com. Heck, you can even leave us a voicemail at 701-566-9510. No, seriously, 701-566-9510. Try it if you dare.